What do you call a fish with no eyes? What is that? Oh my god, it moved. I like the word adore. It means to revere someone, unless you use it differently. One time at a family reunion, my aunt asked me to get her a soda from the cooler. In doing so, I opened the cooler and it became a door, and I walked outside. I didn't get any love that day. I like the word ajar. It means to be slightly opened. It's different depending on how you use it in sentences. Once my aunt thought I was magic. She asked me to open a container of cookies. They were chocolate chip, but we couldn't eat them, and here's why. So I opened the container, and it became a jar. Plus, the cookies were at the bottom. So she says, put the lid back on, in hopes it would turn it back. It hadn't. So she called her husband to come open the jar. As he did, the cookies turned into pickles. We would have dug in, but you try eating pickles and milk. I've got another one. I'm not a comedian. I'm a one-liner. I tell jokes in one line. Period. Bloody good one, that is. Bloody good one, that is. I'm on the run for rubbing a balloon on people's heads. The police can't stand my hair-raising schemes. In court, I once disguised my voice by siphoning the helium. So the judge goes, "Hey, don't take that tone of voice with me." I said, "Your Honor, I'm the one with the balloon, so I'm taking it with me." I was free to go. I was also floating. "Get me down from here! Help!" Oh, man. I want to genetically modify the tongue to listen to music. That way, everyone will have a great taste in music. I thought of what That's So Raven would be like if Raven Baxter were blind. Guys, I had a vision. Her friends go, "No, you didn't." It's interesting how the recent show is called Raven's Home. It's a good thing she's young, because if she were an old lady, then it would have been retitled to Raven Put in a Home. Yeah, this is her farewell to this is her farewell to Disney Channel. She's retiring. The dumbest pun in the world from me is Bird Bath and Beyond. That pun is beyond dumb. So are my jokes. But I tell jokes based through irony. I know I suck. I read an article that read blind man gets into a fight. Then I thought, wow, now they're both blind. I worked at a factory that makes watches for hypnotists. Needless to say, it was a very mesmerizing experience. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. I didn't want to until I saw the clock swing. And then the boss told me when I get hungry, I would want to eat a horse. If an angry mob came to my house, I would open the door with the pan and an oven mittens going, "I made cookies." Then if the house burns down, I'd be like, "And roast beef. Who wants the first slice? Any takers?" They would take my personal belongings. However, they'd also find me hilarious. Why, my jokes would bring the whole house down. I one time got fired at a job working at the bubble factory. Yeah, it was crazy. Um, Apparently you can't play pop music at the bubble factory. They don't like when you do that. Also, in the process of my firing, the boss told me, "Hey, I hate to burst your bubble. However, the co-workers there that hated me were happy that I was getting fired, you know. They were effervescent. They were bubbling with delight after drinking too much soda." And then, one of my coworkers played a dirty prank on me. Well, it wasn't really dirty. because the soap from the bubbles made it too clean. I had to like wipe my eyes after getting there from waking early, mostly because of the soap getting in my eyes. But the prank was this. The coworker wanted me to open a jar of bubbles for them. So, well, actually, a bottle of bubbles for them. I did. And all of a sudden, it became a door. It didn't become a jar, it became a door. And I got no love on my way out the door after packing my stuff and being told to leave. Man, at least I got to keep my pop music. I one time got fired from working at a light factory. I got in a fight there, and this one dude knocked the daylights out of me. I woke up and I was on night shift, and the lights were all dim, and the sunlight turned to moonlight, and Extentacion was playing. Moonlight. R.I.P. Extentacion. But yeah, when I came to, I saw phosphenes. But anyway, though, I one time worked at NASA, and I got into a fight there too, and then I got fired. When I got knocked out, I came to, and I saw stars and planets. One time I was doing bird watching, a macaw knocked me out of the tree, and I saw birds. They were landing all over me. Hey, that rhymes. But yeah, I'm at the top of my game. At least I was until the arcade manager said, "Get down from there." I hope when someone who was close to Prince wasn't arrested or hard of hearing. Fingerprints? Okay. Oh! Rest in peace, Prince, by the way. I became a worker for butterfly experts. I was so elated, I had butterflies in my tummy. But I got fired. Because it turns out apparently you can't eat butterflies. I like how butterfly catching and bird watching became so popular ever since they started taking off. And if butterflies became president, they would take office. If a shark started their job at a football stadium, they would be official. I like puns, especially cheap puns. Except my friends would call them cheap shots. They'd say, "Those are cheap shots you got there," as they would wipe blood off their faces. I wonder if the audience were on stage, and if they were leaving, they'd say, "Thank you, you've been a wonderful comedian." I once did a show for myself. I laughed every minute. I came up to myself after the show and told myself, "I did such a good job. I know, right?" And I patted myself on the back. I even shook hands. I told myself I'm a narcissist. I said, "I know." Then I said, "Thank me for reminding me. I'm welcome. Thank me very much. I'm very much welcome." Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.